get started then. So, let's see. One downtime action each, since you're taking 2 weeks. Let's go through those. Unless you wish to start with whatever you might do during the battle, because I have a feeling that might devolve in a shit show if you try to do too much. With a lot of people getting shot, potentially.
Can I sway things? Can I try to sway things in the werewolf favor?
How would you go about that?
With entropy, make like every so often, a bullet that would be, like that killing blow would, for the werewolves, not be a killing blow, but it would be more like a graze bullet.
Okay.
Or like if one of the changelings wanted to unleash, it was slightly harder. That could be chalked up to like all the other fucking magic being thrown around.
For changelings, this place getting closer to the dreaming might make it easier to unleash, if anything, but generally it would just stay at the same level.
Said I would make it harder.
You wouldn't really be able to affect unleashings like that, but you can affect normal battle stuff, which is a lot of what's going on here.
Yeah, then
it might lead to a few more survivors. Give me 3 rolls for coincidental level 2 entropy. So difficulty 5.
What, difficulty 5?
Yeah.
5D.
Okay.
Oh, come the fuck on, are you for real? God damn it.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure that 2 of the werewolves you helped are gonna make it back to their own group, at least, after they get cut off. The third one that you tried to help, well, you just see this dude. With spirit senses, you can perceive his ogre face just catches up with the wounded werewolf, and sort of...
Can I steal the werewolf from him?
Not really. You tried to help with entropy.
So I can't try to yank him?
He's too far away, so you would have to either... Yeah, you wouldn't have enough time, honestly. You could try and create a portal under him, but... Well, actually... This would be a vulgar level 4 effect, but it is within line of sight. So if you get 1 success, yes, you can open a portal under him. The tricky bit is that the ogre would see.
Can I bring the ogre with?
You can bring the ogre with. You can try and bring the ogre with. You can try and position it to be just so.
Actually, better question. Could I open the portal under the ogre and have the ogre fall from the sky somewhere?
How high up are you trying to set it?
How high can you let me?
Maybe 100 meters without the difficulty going way up.
Hold on, real quick. Let me convert meters into something I can fucking understand.
It's about a yard.
Okay, so 100 yards. Is that enough for fall damage to be lethal?
Depends on what he lands on.
I want him to land on something really fucking hard.
Okay. Go ahead and go for it. He will get a chance to try and dodge this, because it's essentially... Well, he is keeping where he's stepping, at least in his peripheral vision, right? Because he's essentially...
Yeah, but this is going to be under him.
Still doesn't mean he can't just try to grab hold of the edges of the hole as he's stumbling through.
Can I just shut it on him afterwards then and just cut his fingers off?
Not really, no.
Wait, hold on. What happens if you close a portal with somebody inside of it?
They probably get fucked or lost in the ether. But this isn't a portal so much as you make those two places be adjacent to each other.
Can I just throw him through a portal then?
You would need forces for that.
Yeah.
You are trying to do something clever with more limited spheres than would normally be possible. For example, if you had Life 3 and Mind 2, you could just summon him via correspondence without trying to place a portal just so under his feet so he coincidentally steps through.
I have matter 2. Can that work for water?
Yes, but it's gonna start to become a question of how much water you're teleporting.
No. What I was saying is, instead of making it Vulgar, could it be coincidental to where he stepped in water and he fell? Which, so happened to be into the sky? Or into, like, another, like, lake or somewhere?
Generally speaking, if he was wading into the river, him slipping under and vanishing and coincidentally reappearing somewhere else could be a coincidental teleportation. Him stepping into a puddle that suddenly appears in front of him wouldn't be.
I mean, it's the rainforest. There's sinkholes.
No,
Can I
allied. No.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
That's
Sorry.
not how coincidental teleportations are described.
Okay. Can I have him? Oh fuck. How many successes would I need on this?
You need one if you're just popping him into the sky. Because you're essentially creating an opening between two spots that are within your direct line of sight.
The issue is if he survives.
He's gonna be
Then we
mad,
shoot
yes. He might proceed to unleash something.
Then we shoot him. We have spirit killing bullets. He won't survive this.
I have him falling from the fucking.
There are other were creatures and changelings making their way through the shantytown. He's just the one in clear view.
Let's just kill the fucker. Just drop him near us and let's kill him.
Can I have him like drop into the fucking fort and we just like kill him? Like, they violated the NAP. Would that work?
You could try. I'm not gonna speak as to whether you could spin it diplomatically, but you could teleport, try to drop him into the fort, yes.
Well, there's mages on their side, right?
Are there?
No.
You haven't necessarily seen one, there might be.
Well, they won't know that we've killed this guy, right?
They probably would, in all honesty, because...
What, Tricky?
They probably would, because there are... When this is happening, the lane forces are pushing the were creatures back through the shantytown. The shantytown is not that big. You cannot know how many people are essentially watching him from where you don't have a line of sight on them, but they have a line of sight on him, and you can't really tell just how many people would see him plummeting through the sky.
Can I curse this guy then?
In what way?
That he's gonna get himself killed in this coming, like, when he tries to finish off this guy, he's gonna underestimate him and the werewolf is gonna get a lucky blow. That's probability.
Essentially, he's rushing out from the shadows to grab the werewolf you already tried to save. He is gonna be on him within seconds, so you have essentially one casting roll, and even that is gonna be a quick cast, I would say. Luckily, you are inside a node that you have become familiar with, so it's not gonna... So it cancels out, right? But even so...
What's the difficulty then?
It's a vulgar level 4 to teleport.
Oh, it's still vulgar?
If you're just trying to make him... Well, here's the thing. He's essentially in the process of attacking the werewolf. The werewolf will first have to survive getting wishboned by the ogre.
Is it a werewolf we know?
Roll luck die.
Is that one that we know?
That's a 3, right?
Yeah.
It probably is. Let's see. Kai is. It might be one of the higher ups. Okay, so it's a local bitch. Roll 1d7.
What?
1d7. It would be a member of the local pack scouting for the force.
Oh fuck.
It's Shackmaker.
You have to save him. You have to save
Yeah.
him.
I'm stealing Shackmaker.
Okay. Roll for it then.
Difficulty?
Difficulty is 8, cause it's a vulgar, and you can position it in such a way that the local cult does not notice either end of it, because they're generally huddling inside one of the buildings in shelter.
Oh no, I was. Wait, hold on. Am I fucking with the? Am I stealing the ogre guy, or am I stealing Shackmaker?
You're stealing Shackmaker, I assume.
Okay, so difficulty 8. Is there anything I could spend here?
Quintessence. That's about the only thing.
You
Can
can
I?
pick up
Can I
some.
eat? Can I? Yeah, no. Can I eat a task? Somebody give me tasks.
You don't have time. You're literally seeing this happen. It's
Okay.
within seconds.
Who wants this task?
Okay. Then I'm gonna make a Dex Athletics roll for the ogre at a 9 to see if he manages to grapple the werewolf before he tumbles through. Okay. Then they are currently confused on the ground inside the fort.
I'm like, what the fuck?
He just goes, ah!
The gun
Looking at
comes up
you.
and fucking-
Take out, pull out my fucking automatic rifle and just go with spirit killing bullets.
Yeah, no, you are in initiative, all of you.
What is it? Oh no, that's right. We click on our characters and initiative. No modifiers. Boom.
Aw, I rolled a 9. It's like the second 9.
In descending. Tom, declare.
Draw my gun and shoot him. The ogre, that is.
That would be a split action, I believe.
Yes.
Let me just roll down to Ogre's special abilities. Receive additional dice equal to their glamour ratings on grapple or clinch attacks.
Did you roll that wrong then?
No, that was athletics to see if he managed to dive through and grab hold quickly enough. It's not. He could hit the werewolf, it's more a question of diving through the hole while he was trying to, grab hold of him.
Okay.
It was more of a speed thing than a hitting thing.
Okay.
I will say that this will apply to brawl attacks that happen, inside the grapple after he's grabbed hold.
Okay.
So, grapple someone and then bash their head in against the ground kind of thing. Okay, Frederick, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker.
Okay. Were you standing on the wall with your weapon out?
Considering there was gunfire and we knew the attack was coming, yes.
Okay.
So
should
they would be more inside the vault, more inside the fort, not on the outside.
Shackmaker would like to try and escape the grapple. So, let's see. Dumb as rocks. Ogres are not intellectually gifted. So it has no idea who is the main fucking target here. Let me scroll up to Dragon's Ire and unleashing it. Because this sounds like some bullshit that needs some serious fucking remedying it to the ogre. Something went wrong right here, and it has no idea what. So, smashing everything seems like a good compromise.
We're so fucked. This one ogre is gonna kill us all.
Jacklord, roll a luck die. The lower it is, the more stuff it has currently active, as far as its defensive shit goes.
Ah!
Okay.
That's good. It has less defense. It has less defensive stuff on.
The lower it is, the more defensive stuff it has on, I said.
Yeah,
At least
that's
it's
bad.
not
Oh
the
fuck!
it's not the
So,
one at least.
okay, so Dragon Scales and Confounding Coils are both active at the moment.
What does this do?
They raise the difficulty on the hit and on the damage roll.
Yeah.
Can I go to point blank? By the way?
Yes, you can move up, give me a second. Does it have time? It doesn't. So we're gonna say it had spent glamour to fake the time thing for casting this to ensure that they're gonna last probably longer than this battle is gonna go. Gonna say it has 3 turns left on both of those. I think that's reasonable, because it probably would have gotten more than a single success, and he would have... Actually, how does this roll? Yeah, it's +2, +2, and 1 round per success on both. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so Edson Ruiz would like to command the Dreaming to destroy them all.
We have defenses for that, right?
You can attempt to try and counter magic the raw unleashing of the Dreaming.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Do I have a red 6 by now?
No, this is happening the 3rd day in the new downtime.
Aw.
Roll a luck die. Someone. The lower it is, the more nightmare it currently has. Okay, so we're gonna say it has like 2 from previous unleashings when the werewolves were probing and in this battle. This is important because it affects its pool to actually unleash. Nathan, what are
Can I just
you
say-
doing?
I'm going to do counter magic against unleashing.
Okay, do you want to counter magic the stuff that's hitting you, in which case you don't have to spend quintessence and you're rolling at, I think, 7? Or do you want to counter magic it at the source, which would help everyone but cost quintessence and be at a difficulty 8?
Do the difficulty 8, I believe.
Yeah, I can do
You're
that
like-
as
you're like-
quintessence.
You don't have quintessence. I thought you had quintessence.
I still have, yeah, I'm gonna do it at 8.
Now keep in mind the quintessence you're using here does have to be in your system. Unless... Well, actually, how does it work, Jacklord? Do you know? Can you use it from task directly? I'm pretty sure you can.
In my system.
Okay,
Because-
If you're holding it, I'm pretty sure you can, but not otherwise.
okay, so you'd have to essentially draw it if you are doing it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna counter magic, everyone else is gonna have a fun time. Subtract 2 for unleashing Dragon's Ire. We have 6 glamour and 2 nightmare. Are you feeling tingly? I can feel it coming. So, unleashing results. If the roll succeeds but garners a number of successes equal to or fewer than the character's art rating, the changeling successfully invokes and controls the dreaming. Well, it's fun because he has Dragon's Ire 4, which means it's just on the dot.
Huh.
Anti-roll?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, it does.
can I do anything to be better at this roll?
You can
Well, I
spend
mean, you
willpower.
lower it by your successes, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, I only have 4 dice.
Yeah,
Well,
but you can
yes,
spend
but
willpower.
as long as you pass, you still
Oh,
drop him below the
can I?
minimum threshold.
Oh, can I spend willpower?
I don't think this is like a spell. So, I don't think it's part of the rules. So, I'm gonna go with no because I want you to suffer for this stupid decision. But if someone can find me something that says differently in the text, I will happily change that ruling.
Don't have the book open right now.
I have it open, right? Let's see. True countermeasure, blah blah blah.
Protective or... Yeah, it doesn't say that you can.
I'm assuming it's usually you can spend willpower. It's only for exceptions that you can't.
Oh, willpower, yes, you can spend willpower. I was thinking we were talking about quintessence to reduce it. Keep in mind, your willpower would not have recovered due to the benefits of downtime either yet.
But that doesn't change my decision to spend it, I guess.
Well, we still gain willpower for each well-rested night, right?
Sure, but it's assumed that you are also spending it at some kind of rate as you're taking your downtime actions. So, you know,
it's fine. It doesn't matter for me.
But yeah, you're gonna spend willpower, right?
Yeah. 4 successes.
Okay.
Holy shit!
You feel a warm blast of air wash over you and then fizzle out. The ogre sort of, his triumphant smile sort of turns to confusion on his face.
Jesus Christ. That was close.
Shackmaker is desperately trying to get the fuck out of there.
Holy shit!
Shackmaker's not desperately trying. He's fucking outie.
Apparently yes. Even with the bullshit bonuses of the ogre, he gets out. Actually, no.
Holy shit!
I fucked it up. I didn't take wound penalties into account.
Ah.
Yeah, Shackmaker desperately tries.
Wait, hold on, wait. The guy was trying to unleash. Doesn't that mean he let go of the grapple?
Not really, no. It's a purely mental thing.
Yeah, not a physical action.
It's not like he's waving his hands around like a Tremere doing thaumaturgy or crap like that. It's,
Or
you know.
Alternate sorcery, yeah.
If he was doing a bunk and using his thing normally, then yes. But it's the bunks that would cause them to let go, potentially, depending on the bunk. But both of you were gonna... Well, you were gonna shoot and you were gonna draw and shoot. So what are you shooting? Keep in mind, you only had like 3 clips of the spirit bullets left, and one is with Jack, who was... And they weren't even full clips. And one is with Jack, because he took it to essentially travel safely.
I
I have-
have a bolt action with my fucking... With my
I
shenanigans.
have the assault rifle on me at all times because, well, we might get attacked by the fucking...
Okay, so you
Also,
have a
just don't
bolt
take-
action. You would need to...
Yes.
Yeah, you would just be shooting normal bullets in that case, I assume.
I mean, I could turn one of them into a spirit round, couldn't I? Because I have spirit too.
As
So I
part
can
of
touch 'em?
shooting, yes, you could do that, but he's currently in a physical body with his base self
Yeah,
overlaying
no, I'm not
it.
going to. I'm just saying I could.
Yeah, in theory, yes, I would allow it.
So is it time for us to shoot the guy back now?
Yeah, it's now your turn, allied. Take your shot.
Can I use entry to make sure I hit like a weak spot? Like
I think you can. I think that gives you extra damage potential if you hit. I think it
So
just
what's the
adds.
difficulty?
It would be a coincidental level 1 effect because you're just looking for a weak spot and aiming for it, so it would be 4. But essentially, every success you would get on this would give you 1 extra damage dice if you go about it this way.
Okay, so what's difficulty then?
4.
Okay, so 5 and 4.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, all right. And then just a normal Dex firearms check.
Yeah.
Can I spend willpower on this?
No, not on attack.
Okay, not on an attack. 5 dice
Non-combat
at difficulty.
actions or things that are based on your strength of will, usually, like casting magic, are what I will power on.
Difficulty 6 to hit, correct?
Yes, unless you're stepping within easy reach.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna try to get
Actually,
closer to
no,
the giant.
I'm wrong because he has the confounding coils active, so it goes up by +2.
Oh, so it's difficult 6.
No, not for the magic, for the attack.
Alright. What'd you say?
He has changeling magic running that make him harder to hit. So it would be difficulty 8 for the hit.
What did I have spirit sense on?
That wouldn't help. This is something that fucks with your head or makes him shimmer in and out.
I shot him anyway.
Okay,
Holy
excellent.
shit.
That would be 9
What is
damage
a bolt
dice
action?
then.
What's a bolt action's
A
damage
base
dice?
of 8. And
So
+1
8d.
for success.
Oh, okay.
9 total.
9d6, 1 damage.
At 8, because he also has the other thing active.
Oh, okay. I'll reroll that then, I guess. 9d.
80 time, you mean?
Okay.
Oh.
And Tom.
I will roll 3 dice to
Be right
3
back,
dice to draw the weapon, which is difficulty 4, right?
Yes.
4.
The weapon
So,
clatters through the through your hands and to the ground, and partially in a hole. You would have to stoop down to pull it up. Essentially, you're gonna be able to recover it, but the difficulty to draw it on the next turn, unless you spend the entire turn doing it, is gonna be slightly higher, like at a 5.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm not shooting him.
Okay. So, let's see, Tom, what do?
Pick up the gun and fire it again. Or try to anyway.
Okay. Allied, you there?
Hello, yes, I've returned.
What do on the next round?
Nyxia, are you gonna counter magic again?
Depends what he's gonna do.
I'm just gonna. Can I aim? Or is that a full action?
It's a full action. It's not gonna give you anything if you're just spending half a turn doing it.
I'll just try to shoot again.
Okay.
Are you gonna go to point blank? Yeah, you're gonna go to point blank. You can do that, you know?
Who is?
You can move
You.
up closer. You're not that far from him, but you can
No.
get really close.
I'm not getting closer to the fucking ogre.
I see. Is that the way
He's.
it
I mean,
is?
he's.
Alright then. Shackmaker. What would Shackmaker like to do? Shackmaker... We're gonna see how much rage he has. He has a max of 2. We're gonna say that's spent by now. Because he was running for his life before this. Cooking, sense worm, nothing that's really that useful for this situation. He finds himself in. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what city running does. I think it needs a Gnosis point to be activated. But that might be useful. Come on. Ah, it spends a point of rage! Never fucking mind. Shackmaker is gonna try and take a swing at the fucking ogre. The ogre... How does the ogre feel? The ogre is pretty
Confused that his magic not working?
He's pretty clear that he knows who's fucking with him. It's the man who shot him. Clearly, you are the source of all troubles.
Oh,
I mean, he's
God,
not
that's so
wrong.
bad.
He's not wrong.
The ogre... He could play this nice. He could be a good bro about this. Or he could... Would he go for the magic?
I mean, his magic didn't work the first time. So, he's like...
Oh, I know what he's gonna do.
Oh no. Am I about to get Kamehameha?
He is gonna, just with his 7th strength, reach into the hole you made and throw the bullet at you as a bunk, willingly taking another point of damage. And he's gonna use Dragon's Ire 4 on you, because fuck you.
Oh, you're so dead.
That's about
That's
to hurt,
alright.
isn't it?
Nathan, what do?
Oh yeah, 4 is Kamehameha, yeah. Should I? I could do counter magic.
It might help a
Probably not
little.
Probably not.
Well, I
worth
could
it
do
to just keep on doing
a
that.
magic attack of my own.
Why
Yeah.
is my
Fireball
portal
him.
still?
It isn't. At this point, it probably has closed, but it's already deposited them on the fort. He dived through with Shackmaker.
No, like, but how's he getting a bullet?
He's pulling it out of his chest or something.
Yes, he's digging into the hole you made and throwing your own bullet back at you.
How is this fair?
It's not.
It's not.
It's really not.
What the fuck is this? See, this is why I fucking was like, I should just throw him, and he'd still probably land fucking fine and full health. Oh well, it was nice knowing you guys.
What could I do?
You could charge him,
Yeah, you could charge him.
grapple
Can
the
you start
ogre.
him on fire? Wait, you have your sword.
Yeah.
Do you have it
Yeah.
out,
Stab him!
Iaxi?
What?
Do you have the sword out?
Does it make sense to have it out?
It would
I mean,
make
considering
sense
we-
to have a gun, but not so much a sword because you are kind of at most on the walls ready to defend the fort, and range was far more likely to be a thing.
Well, no, it would make more sense if Nyaxi had his sword out because the rest of us are all not melee, ranged oriented characters, and there's a shit ton of them out there. So they would have likely gotten to the walls and started climbing it up, like we saw the one werewolf do.
Yes, but
So he
if
would have
they
been-
started climbing the walls en masse, you would have seen it, and he would have had enough time to get the sword out without problem. The thing is that
Are
you
you sure
deposited
about
an asshole right on the doorstep. I mean, you would have had at least a round or two while they got up.
Well, the issue is we don't know anything about changeling magics. Like they could have very well have just went.
Why would they
Whoosh.
have gone after you after being attacked by the werewolves?
I don't fucking. Everybody's insane, Draco.
I'm not buying that. Both sides have bypassed you, and this battle looked like it was over because the werewolves were retreating and everyone was leaving you alone until you changed that.
Yeah.
Oh. Also, I thought this was happening during the battle.
It is happening during the battle, but the werewolves are getting their ass kicked and you were trying to help save the ones that were getting left behind.
Nixie saved me.
I mean, I could try counter magic, but it's unlikely to stop
Yeah,
it.
your rat
Can
isn't
you
good
just
enough.
sucker punch him?
I don't have much strength.
Yeah.
Wait, he's in a human body, right?
Also, I
Mhm.
don't have
Nice.
claw. Oh wait, I have
Rip,
martial arts.
rip his
I could
balls off.
like close combat.
I mean, you could just try to melee him and use forces or something to set your sword on fire or something.
Yeah, I mean, I could do the thing I did with the. Yeah, I could dodge if necessary, I guess. Next round.
I mean, dude. Oh, is
Oh.
Brosip getting involved?
Of course, he runs the same as me. That's funny as fuck.
So
Brosa
he's
wa-
just
Brosa
going
was
on
fucking
the
A.
same turn as Nyaxi, essentially. Good to know.
Oh, is Brosip gonna try to stop Nyaxi?
I'm just making sure that I know where Broseph is on the tracker if it matters.
I mean, I could use him.
Nyaxi, laser.
You could
laser
holocaust
the-
him.
Yeah,
but-
no, fucking laser
No,
him.
no, not in front of a werewolf. It's not a good idea.
Why
saving
do
the
you
werewolf
stink
life.
of corruption?
We just saved your life. Yes, you want to eat me? Why are you retarded?
You're saving him. It'll be fine.
What's? Oh, it's forces 3 to conjure fire, I think, and shrine
And
2.
you'd be doing it in a hurry, and everything else would be sucky, and yeah. Plus, it's vulgar, even if there are no witnesses.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
magic is
I mean, I could do
overcomplicated.
counter magic, or I could attack at an absurdly high difficulty.
Or you could holocaust.
That's. I still need to touch him for that.
You could
He
Yeah,
walk
is-
no,
up
you
and
might as well
touch
go
him.
touch it.
I'm assuming that he's on your finger while you're just chilling. So he is
Oh,
essentially
yeah.
ready to go, unless you specifically don't want him to be.
It's gonna look like like ignition magic or whatever. Also, you can pass the corruption off as the Thalane burning, right?
Holy shit! What are those fucking rules?
It's a lot of sixes, that's what it is.
Oh, that sucks.
I
Yeah,
mean,
just
if I use
holocaust him.
Holocaust, does the difficulties go up for the attack?
You don't know. If you finish him off, it might be enough to save Allied. If you don't,
Holocaust is your best bet, honestly. It really is.
I think so.
I mean, you can always stand in front of the bullet.
But yeah, I think it's worth sacrificing a bit of a bit of surprise by using Holocaust now and saving our guy that makes portals.
Because if I die and this guy survives and everybody else finds out that, we did this, we're gonna have some issues.
Yeah, we're fucked if we don't kill this guy.
Yeah, because you guys can't teleport out.
Okay.
And
Do you wish
even
to
more
give a
fucked.
command to Broseph?
Can I hide this from the werewolves?
Probably not, no. The Selene at least is in full view of him. They're right next to each other.
They're gonna kill me.
They were gonna
It's
kill
either-
Jacko and I saved his life.
Yeah,
And remember,
Do it.
if he smells corruption, you just touched a corrupt creature.
Yeah, I mean, can I?
Go then proceed.
I mean, the werewolf's not gonna hear me. Probably, it's probably too distracted.
You don't need to speak it verbally. You can just say it through your head, can't you?
No, he
No,
does
we
need to
can't.
speak it.
Oh. Just be like, spirit, like, I command you, annihilate.
Single, simple sentence. What is your command if you're using Broseph?
like you're calling him Broseph, even though Broseph is allied.
I mean, he might go on the werewolf too, guys.
Not
Only if
tell
you.
him not.
No, he's not touching the werewolf anymore.
Yeah.
He's pulling the bullet out of his body to fling at me.
But there's
Tell him to burn the Thelane you are touching.
You are not currently within, physical contact with the Delane. You're with... Essentially, you could reach him and still take an action, but you are a little ways off. There's a bit of distance there.
Just
yeah.
do it. I believe. I believe.
Sure, let's just do it. And the command. I mean, I need to touch the lane. So
Unless you feed him enough quintessence to make that not matter.
No.
that's just dumb.
Fucking
It's-
go and touch the goddamn bastard.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm.
just do it.
Yeah, okay, then we are going with the touch right here. I need to pay 1 quintessence, and the command will be. Is the feline in skin contact with the werewolf?
You can try and catch a moment when they're not, but it's a big fight there.
I mean, do I know the power is called Holocaust?
Not necessarily, no.
Huh.
You should really only need like 1 or 2 faith.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you
just
can
thinking about the
can spend
command.
it in odd successes.
He's thinking about how I'm gonna twist the command that's coming.
I mean, if you're worried, spend 1 faith or jump or fucking jump in the, or, can he destroy? You have magic, right, Nyaxi?
Yeah.
Can't you use like forces to like shove the bullet deeper or burn the spot he's touching to melt the bullet when he goes to pull it out?
That's. I mean, I could, but.
Complex magic, you can't really do it that fast. That will
Quick
probably take
cast-
multiple
Quick cast
successes.
ignition and start him on fire then.
That
I mean,
doesn't
or have them
really... Tormented Ignition is an interesting beast, but generally I would say that it doesn't ignite living things so much as unliving things. So his clothing would burn like a motherfucker. Also possibly your gun, your clothing, the buildings around here, the ground itself.
He's not using mastery with it, I don't hope.
Yeah, I'm not planning to. But with Ignite, you don't need to use Mastery, it just ignites everything.
Could you use
I can use Holocaust, I just need to give the
I
right
mean,
command.
I mean, if you spend one, like, even if you spend one, whatever, the fucker's gonna turn to you and be like, hold up.
What?
Like, you don't need it to spend mastery. If you're worried about Broseph having
Yeah,
too
it's
much
about
faith, or just give him
Mastery.
one.
It's not about Mastery, it's just the right command, because if I just say burn, then he could use any of the... He could use Ignite instead, or Command the Flame. No, well, not Command the Flame, but Ignite.
Kill specifically this asshole without endangering the others.
One simple sentence. This is a
So
combat
no.
thing. If you want to beat him to blasting allied, you don't have a lot of time, essentially. One simple sentence. 4 or 5 words. Maybe 6 if they're short words. Don't tell him allied. Let him fuck the party on his own.
We're all gonna die here.
I'm gonna say turn this creature to ash.
Okay.
Does it work?
Do
Does
you
he
give
follow the
him
command?
any faith? Or
I'm-
quintessence, etc.?
I'm going to give him one quintessence.
Okay.
It's a 1-to-1 ratio, right?
How close are you standing to the creature?
I think he's going to touch him. I think that's
I mean,
the
he'd
plan.
have to touch him, right?
Yeah, I would have to touch him for the 1 power, yeah. And I mean, I can manage probably, since we were together before you summoned the 2 guys.
So, you step up and try to touch the Talane. Give me a dex brawl.
Can I substitute martial arts?
Sure.
Draco's so upset. Draco, we're finally using Broseph. Why are you angry?
At 6, or does it count as like attack?
At 6. It's just you pressing your palm again with the ring against his chest kind of thing.
Holy shit. I think you hit.
Okay. So, turn this creature to ash. Let's roll wit's law. Okay. This creature. God, he really doesn't want to use fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Which is why he is not gonna use that. Dracolord, you were stepping up within point blank of the ogre before you dropped your
haven't
weapon.
done that yet. I thought I hadn't done that yet because I dropped my weapon.
Essentially,
first.
you move and then you take your action. So roll a luck die to see if you're within range of this.
Oh, great.
I mean,
Okay.
you're an associate technically.
Yeah, no, he's an associate.
So that's 3 ag for everyone except Nyaxi. As
Wait,
he
I get
unleashed,
act too?
not you, you are far enough away, but the rest
Oh,
are getting smoked, including the one bird that is momentarily highlighted, just going against the physical plane.
as it like
So
melts.
I need to roll soak against. I need to roll soak at what? Difficulty again?
This is ag. You are getting blasted by the fire of heaven as it unleashes its AoE. Especially as it managed to convince itself that it couldn't be sure you didn't mean the werewolf. Not entirely. It just had to ensure that it also hit the ogre, because that's what you probably meant.
Why are you like? I'm spanking bros up if you're fucking not Nyaxi.
I mean, I almost can't be mad with him because I would have done the same.
Oh
We're passing him
no.
around from paddling.
Shackmaker's turn hasn't come around yet. This is enough to take him to incapped with... If he doesn't... Well, he gets to try and soak because he's in war form. Let's do that
Yeah.
first.
Oh my god.
Soak,
Okay,
soak.
he's still technically up.
What? Why did you roll a fucking shit, Shackmaker?
Actually, I need to roll for the ogre separately because he has that effect running that makes him harder to damage.
No,
Okay.
he still takes damage.
So, the damage fails on the ogre.
Fucking what, mate?
He has different difficulty to roll at. Or Brosif has to roll at higher difficulty versus the ogre.
What?
The ogre
Isn't that
has
just
the
physical
dragon
effects?
scales running. No, he has two separate effects running. Dragon scales and confounding coils. He had those
Is he-
buffed from the battle before.
But he was.
Wait, if he uses Ignite, is it even like on the level of Holocaust in terms of
He's
magic
not using
fire?
Ignite, he's using the other demon or devil lore. The lore of Celestials for Fire of Heaven.
No, hold on, wait. Are you telling me that Broseph legitimately just fucking hurt us instead of the demon? The fucking Thelaine.
Yes!
But he tried hurting everyone, the Tulane just was lucky.
And honestly, Jackalor could have also been that creature, considering how you felt about him recently. He did his best to play the odds and make sure he got who you wanted him to get.
Can he target multiple people?
The Tormented Fire of Heaven is an AoE.
Shit.
Yards
And he
times
missed
faith.
the- And he missed the person he was.
It hit the ogre, it failed to damage him.
That's
The
not
ogre.
good. We are melting. Brosep's being melted fucking down.
Honestly,
even,
it probably would have looked like the blast of white, pure fire slamming into the ogre and flowing around him. Like something defended him, at least partially.
Well, we have one more turn of him having that bullshit defense up.
Okay, so 1 health level voluntarily taken as he digs into his own chest. This, by the way, is like the enforcer of the local Tulane Lord. He's meant to be a cunt to fight.
Didn't the bullet melt?
It was inside him. His tough flesh shielded the puny bullet.
Don't no. His fingers would have had the wound open. It would have gone in.
The blast hit before his action took place. He's lower initiative. Okay, the
You just
bullet
want me to
melts
die.
as he flicks it towards you and transforms into a blast of fire that is gonna head for your face.
You could
Yep.
You
No,
can
you just want me to die.
abort a dodge. I mean, you could abort a dodge.
Can I
So
dodge?
you can. I think we're gonna call this a high banality area because everything in the Umbra here is covered by the webs of the pattern spiders.
Yeah.
But the bunk would still be at a minus 4 because he's voluntarily taking damage and it's a dramatic standoff.
Fucking Tulane.
Actually, no, that's the wrong amount of dice. He has even more than that.
What do you-
Watch,
what?
watch.
There,
Aw.
that's the to hit effectively.
So what do I roll to dodge?
Dex Athletics, as normally you just try to get out of the way of the gout of fire. You just hear Broseph whisper, kind of doubtful. Huh, Nephilim?
Huh.
Did I pass? Do I survive?
You reduce the attack roll by 2, but it still hits. So,
Maybe he rolled low.
so it's
Don't roll
the
that.
changeling's willpower plus glamour plus additional successes.
Oh my fucking god. Well, fucking nice on you guys.
It's not that bad. It is aggravated, I believe. No, it's lethal. So it looks like fire, but it feels...
Like pain?
It feels like pain, yes. Like, it feels like the will of this creature just... Like it's... Like it looks like fire on the physical plane, but it feels like you just... His anger and his desire to hurt and tear you apart slams into you and starts ripping at your flesh.
What's lethal? Is it is which one of the 3 icons is that?
The middle one,
That's
I
the
think.
X.
Yeah, the
That's the
dex.
Yeah, they are in order.
Okay, Shackmaker is gonna spend a willpower point to ignore wound penalties, and he's gonna try and fucking end this bullshit, because what the fuck? What is this goddamn thing? And that's the wrong difficulty, because it should be at 8. Nyaxi, you just hurt it. That's a triple botch.
Did Shaq just knock himself the fuck out?
Oh no, he's gonna hit Nyaxi, because Nyaxi is right next to the thing.
Oh my fucking god.
So, effective strength of 6, plus 1, that's 7, plus 2 for the extra ones. So that's 9. You feel your feet leave the ground, Nyaxi, as something slams into your middle.
What kind of damage is this?
Lethal.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Actually, I think mages do count this as Zag, don't they? Because it's mentioned.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, this
Sadly,
would be
it's
Ag.
Zag.
And this is why you
Zero.
don't fight the local sheriff, because
Am I-
usually the people that get the job are tough.
I mean, am I like thrown away a little?
You slam against the wall. And Broseph is just got like, let's do it again, let me loose!
Fucking Joseph.
I mean, it's not my turn to declare yet.
Uh-huh. So, Frederick, you are gonna shoot a bitch, I believe, right?
I was going to attempt to, yes.
You may proceed.
You're gonna spend the
Can
willpower
I
to
try
ignore
it?
wound
Can I try it?
penalties?
What?
Are you going to spend willpower to ignore wound penalties?
Once more with feeling, because I didn't hear that.
Wound penalties, ignore them or not.
I'll spend a willpower to ignore them. Can I use entropy to try to fucking hit a vital spot?
You can. This again will add to your potential damage.
So 5 dice at difficulty 5.
A difficulty 4, because you're just trying to pick out a vulnerable spot.
2.
Okay, so that's 2
And
extra
then-
damage dice.
And then to shoot this bastard, difficulty what?
8.
5
So the
D8,
rest of this turn, and then the next turn is the last turn where he has his buffs.
Motherfucker!
He just goes.
My next turn, if nobody fucking kills him, I'm fucking throwing him through a portal. I'm throwing him as fucking far up into the air as I fucking can.
Okay, let me just make sure I remember to take down the glamour point for that holy strike.
Shouldn't he be down 2 because he tried the first time and got counter magic?
That was unleashing, and I did note that down already. That was 2 glamour points. That was gonna be an AoE to fuck all of you.
Mhm.
Well, fucking us slowly but surely.
Tom, you were gonna try and pick up your gun and shoot.
Jack said BRB. So this
Wow.
is how we die, because I tried to save a fucking werewolf.
I mean, it was an important werewolf, and this is one of the inner circle of the Talane. Ah. So,
Good Jackie boy.
will it make you feel better to know that this fucker has like 100 XP? Only?
Had how much?
100.
And this is what you can make with a fucking monster that had 100 XP?
If it's at a lane with access to changeling magic, yes. The realms limit what it can use it against, but this one is specialized in using it against people and changelings, so...
I mean, werewolves with 100 XP can be way worse.
I mean, a werewolf in a 1v1 with the right build with 100 XP is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 XP werewolves are terrible.
Jackalor, by the way, it's your turn to do your thing. We were waiting for you.
Okay. So pick up with 3 dice again.
Difficulty 5.
Are
Can
you
I spend
struggling to
willpower on this actually?
Hmm?
Can I spend willpower on this actually?
No, not in the middle of a fight.
But are you struggling to pick your gun up?
Oh, shut the fuck up, man.
No, I'm being serious. Like, is that legitimately what's happening right now?
He botched
Yes,
on
man,
drawing
shut the
it
fuck up.
previously, and he dropped it in a unfortunate manner.
Oh my god. Draco, you are a godless GM. You are a monster. You need to stop your war crimes.
I'll
This is
spend a point of willpower to ignore wound penalties.
Okay,
That's 5. Pick up the gun.
okay.
yes, shoot.
And I'm shooting him at point blank, so so it puts me at 6 because it's plus
Yes.
2 as well. I fucking hate this game.
So Nyaxi, remember how you were standing right next to him and you just got hit by werewolf?
I mean, I just got thrown against the wall.
Good point. Roll off versus Shackmaker. The lowest dice gets shot.
Shaq's fucking dead.
Jackalor, roll your damage with 1 bonus damage dice.
So 8 dice of damage because base is 7.
And this is when you do like max damage.
Hey, I actually did no damage.
Oh, you might be able to actually soak that.
Yep.
Yes.
Barely.
This isn't helping your rep with the werewolves, by the way.
Oh, fuck
We're
yeah.
incompetent, but we tried to save his life.
Jackalor, your declaration.
I'm going to shoot the fucking Talane again.
Okay. Frederick.
Can I just put the gun in my mouth and pull the trigger at this fucking point? 'Cause it
Of
seems
course,
like-
you can automatically succeed on suicide.
Oh,
Don't do it.
oh yes, it's a free action too. Lovely. But no, I'm also in all fucking seriousness. Can I make this thing unlucky during this fight
You can
so it stops hurting us?
You can try and make it harder for it to do something specific.
Can I try to make it harder to use magics?
Probably not. It would have to be something physical that depends on random chance.
Can I make it go blind?
That would be a life 3. Actually, life 4 mind 2 effect. Because you would be altering a major life form that's also a Talane.
Wait, no, I have a question. Can I turn the what he's wearing into a weapon against him? I have matter.
You cut out there, but you have matter at 2, right? Yeah, still not hearing. Can anyone else hear him? Okay, I guess it's my connection that's fucked. Wonderful. Okay, let's see. Are we reconnecting? That's fucking damn it. Okay. Let's try it this way. I mean, this should be working in theory. No, the entire thing is fucked. Wonderful. In the middle of a fight. Fucking perfect. God fucking damn it. Let's try that again. Let's try and exit Twitch and try and reload it. Seriously, launch, you piece of shit. Okay, don't think Discord's working either. What the actual fuck is this bullshit? Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording here and I'm gonna try and figure out what the fuck is going on.